You are about to witness a terrifying abduction. A grandmother is walking with 3 toddlers. Now look at this stranger covering himself with a blanket. Without warning, he violently snatched the littlest youngster, a 3-year-old girl. The stunned grandmother chases.
Surveillance video capturing it all. You can see Kennedy just steps from her front door, taking out the trash. When the stranger appears, police say he suddenly grabbed her, stepped forward, then tried to drag her. Kennedy letting out a piercing scream.
He wouldn't have let go of her.
Little girl running inside.
Help me! Help me, please! My daughter just got kidnapped!
Surveillance video captured the moment Salem was taken Saturday evening. Police say her mother jumped into the suspect's car frantically trying to save her. The driver pushed her to the ground and sped off.
Shows a man pulling a woman out of the Wendy's against her will. Take a look at the video. According to police, a woman in distress pleaded with restaurant employees to help her as the man argued with her over the counter. The man held the woman's purse, holding her arm, grabbing her, and forcefully pulling her out of the restaurant. Employees called police as the victim braced herself on the door frame, unsuccessfully trying to escape abduction. Witnesses described the subject leaving in a black sedan with the victim, that woman, inside. Here is
stops, and you see the victim roll out of the car as this video progresses. You see her barrel roll out of the car.
I couldn't let her try to fight off a guy that was clearly bigger than her.
Surveillance video shows a man dragging a woman across the street near the Middlesex Turnpike around 8:30 last night. The 911 caller was on her way home.
And I came around that last corner and there was the girl being dragged through the parking lot by like her hair. She had no clothes on the top half. He had ripped all of that off of her. And was dragging her, and she was fighting like hell.
You can see the headlights shine on the man as he's grabbing the woman. When the driver stops, the man runs.
Take someone.
The Orange County Sheriff's Office says Monday morning, the man seen in this video attempted to kidnap a child near Cimarron Boulevard and Dahlia Drive. In the video time-stamped 7:34 a.m., you see the suspect approach the child and appears to put his hands on the victim before walking out of front.
This video after learning a 34-year-old woman was nearly kidnapped around 11 Thursday night. The car that passes her pulls over near Marigny Street. As the woman walks past, 2 men jump out the car, one grabs her and tries to force her inside. You hear her yell and appear to push herself off the car.
The video shows a gray Ford Taurus being parked. Moments later, a heavily built man is seen approaching Gaither, violently dragging her down the street and shoving her into the car.
Police say they have identified the suspect and the victim in this video, which they allege shows a kidnapping.
Shocking video footage came out of an incident in Utah where a man abducted a woman at a gas station. She was hiding under someone else's vehicle. He grabbed her, dragged her out.
And
And one of the most difficult parts to watch about this video is that there were bystanders within feet of her while she was reportedly yelling and screaming for help, and nothing was done. People think, what could I do in a situation like this?
So we're 7:30 Saturday morning. Police say a passenger in the van had a short conversation with the girl. After a few seconds, the girl runs and the van circles the parking lot with the side door open. Less than a minute later, the van stops.
This young lady was dragged into this car.
The video shows the incident as it happened. A teenage girl picked up and forced into a green Dodge Caravan.
She was fighting and screaming, stating that she didn't want to go. She was kicking the door.
It happened shortly before,
but no one's at that particular home right now.
So far, no one has reported a missing teenager. Witnesses call 911 and are able to give a description of the van, which is registered.
The moment a toddler was abducted, there you see the suspect run up as the mother tries to keep him away from the toddler. This is after a shooting near a Sacramento high school. Eventually, he's going to be able to wrestle that toddler from the mother's arms. Gut-wrenching to see.
Just awful, awful video here, but it paints the picture of what happened.
The video sends shivers down your spine. Citrus County deputies tell us that's 30-year-old Craig Bonello spying his intended victim, then making his move. With the girl's mother steps away, you can see him attack from behind, grabbing the girl's arm and pulling her with him. Her mother soon joins in, and the three are launched into a violent tug-of-war.
They're tugging on each other. It actually was violent enough to tear the girl's shirt up.
Investigators say a man followed the mother and child before approaching the woman and offering money for the young girl. When the mother refused, the suspect tried to grab the girl by the hair and pull her toward him. The family fought back and were able to get away. Police blurred their faces for their protection.
Attempted child abduction in Philadelphia. As these two children turn the corner, the suspect gets out of the white car, stalks them, and grabs the little girl. In the chilling video, you can see the suspect put his hand over the 10-year-old's mouth and try to snatch her off the street. He manhandles her, but falls down, then runs.
From this Ring video from a home on Ball Road near Magnolia, you are about to see what Anaheim police say was the attempted kidnapping of a 13-year-old girl Thursday afternoon. As she approached this white pickup truck, you see the driver get out and go to the other side. As the girl passes the truck, you then hear a scream. Thankfully, other people were around and called police.
The surveillance video is tough to watch. A man seen physically dragging a woman by her arm. As the victim cries out, she is seemingly forced into the passenger side of a car. There appears to be a brief struggle before the man hops behind the wheel and drives off, even as that passenger side door stays partially open.
Here's that video. Let me explain what deputies say is happening. Again, last Friday, it's a Texaco station right off the highway. They say a man and a woman, apparently boyfriend and girlfriend, stopped and went inside. The images of the clerk and the victim have been distorted in an effort to protect their identities. The video shows the victim approach the counter. She has what appears to be a soft drink that she's going to purchase. Instead, deputies say she asked the store clerk for a telephone in an attempt to call for help. But they say the man behind her, the man with her, the man apparently holding her against her will, takes that phone from her and slams it down on the counter. They say the video then shows him shoving her to the doorway. She is apparently pleading for help and doing everything she can not to go with him, holding on to whatever she can grab until that video shows him pulling her out of the store. Second video shows the man pushing the woman to a pickup truck in the parking lot. Deputies say it appears to them that he forces her inside. It appeared that way to a young man parked next to the pickup. Again, his image has been pixelated. The video showed him approach the truck. Deputies say he wanted to know that the woman was all right. He is then seen going to the back of the truck and snapping a picture of the license plate with a cell phone. The clerk followed the couple outside. She picked up that store phone that was on the counter. The two called 911 and deputies eventually located the couple and arrested the man seen in the video.
Of a frightening encounter of a man's second and third attempt to abduct a 17-year-old high school student Monday morning. You can see the man grab her, but she breaks free. He chases after her until he suddenly gives.
It's scary because, you know, the girl, she had no one to help her.
Very brave, very courageous, very helpful. They could have gone about their day and this lady would have been somewhere she didn't want to be with someone she didn't want to be with.